Well, hello out there in the universe, social media land. I am very excited to be here today at this Let's Grow Together podcast, where I am sitting here with a beautiful young lady named Brittany, and she will be introducing herself in a few minutes about who she is and what she does and how she want to make a difference in the world. And the way we are doing this is we're actually breaking generational curses, and we're doing it through education and motivation. And then education plus motivation equals action. So we will be looking for action. So I will be talking to her in a minute about what she does and how she wants to make a difference in the world, because that's what Divine Divas Ministries is all about. We're making a difference. If you want to know more about us, we are following the guidelines of Jesus and his mother Mary, who was the mother of all nations, and the disciples. That is what Divine Divas Ministry is all about. We are following in the footsteps of Jesus, where he says to go out and teach. Tell the people. He said, if they don't want to listen, just shake the dust off your feet and go to the next one. So that is what we are doing. And by us following this guideline, I truly believe that beauty is on our horizon, because people need to be educated. And what God is doing is connecting me with great people. I want to hear their stories and to see, can your story go with my story? And we will go out and make a difference together, breaking generational curses. So that's why you're here today. Brittany, that's why you are here today. I met you just through a post on Facebook, just to let the world know that God is making connections right there on social media. You came to me, and the prayer that I've always asked is, God, where's your people? And wherever they are, you got to send them to me, because I don't know y'all from Adam.
Yep.
So when you come to me, I know you were sent. Your heart was moved to answer the statement that I post on Facebook. And here you are. And I'm glad
Absolutely.
to have you here today.
Yep.
We are going to find out about you, what your passion is, what you want to do to break these generational curses through knowledge. Do you know knowledge is powerful?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know
We,
Hosea 4:6 says people are perishing
oh
for
yeah.
the lack of it?
Oh yeah.
Well, the world is perishing. It's going down quickly, quickly, quickly. Like Jim Jones of Guyana, you say, quickly, quickly, quickly. It is going down quickly because people are moving against the world instead of going to make a difference in it. Everybody is doing opposite of what they should be doing. So one day this little girl sat on the radio 12 years ago, back in 2013. I don't know how many years it is. I got to do the math. But I started a radio show, and on that show, I started this message with God. Send me the people, and we will go pay it forward with knowledge and power. And then you will bless the souls of these people. And we ain't worrying about no money, because the Most High runs everything.
Yep.
So we are in this business, Brittany, to
Yep.
turn the world around, make it beautiful, make it smell beautiful. Nothing no better than to have some good smelling air
Oh
all
yeah.
around you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yep. Yep.
That
Yep.
makes you happy. So I
Knowledge
told
is
God, I just want to make the world happy. Show me what to do. And here I am showing you what to do. God already done showed me. Now I just need an army. And all you need is one, baby. One. Because one will go change the world with wherever God's got them going. So you are that one, and he will be sending you your ones. Oh, baby, you done ran into the right place today when you hooked up with Doris Hughes Green and Divine Divas Ministries. LLC. So now I'm going to go ahead and give you an opportunity to speak because I have a few questions I would like to ask you. First of all, just introduce yourself to the world.
Yeah, so I'm Brittany. I am 36. I have a son who's 13. He's on the spectrum. We went through some stuff a few years ago where I homeschool him now. And wow, we had quite a journey with that trick. It took me about 6 to 8 months before I got him back on track.
Now, what do you mean by the spectrum, honey? I need to break that down.
So he struggles. He is on the autism spectrum. He has ADHD and sensory processing disorder. And he's highly intelligent, but he struggles with the social aspect. And when he was in school in second grade, he started having issues, and he's been on an individual education plan.
So your child falls under the category of special needs.
Yep. And so when he was in second grade, we had a principal that came from the Seattle School District. And I don't like using the term racism very often because I just think that is such a broad term. But there are still people out there that are racist.
Well,
my own mother.
They are. They're ignorant. They don't know nothing. This is why we're teaching them something. The world is dumb, okay? And dumber.
Well, my own mother, actually, because I am white, I had years ago, I spoke a certain way, like most of us young youth people do now, not in a racist term or anything. It's just the way that we grew up, and the world that we lived in at that time and how it's become. And there was a certain way that I had spoken, and my own mother told me, "You're not a Black person, you're a white woman living in America." And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? Are you kidding me?
Well, did she break that statement down? Because after all, she did make a statement. And when you make a statement, you need to clarify what you're saying instead of just saying it and walking off. That's communication, and communication is very important today.
I was so shocked when she said that. I was like, and I was on the phone with her in my vehicle, and our phones hook up to our cars now. And I had a friend in the car with me, and she looked at me, and we're both white. And my friend looked at me, and she was like,
couldn't believe she said it, huh? But what did she mean when she said that? Did she break it down, or she just made the statement? She could have left you thinking anything if she didn't clarify it.
She made the statement, and I was so shell-shocked, and I had a friend in the car, and I was like, I've got to go. I cannot. I was like, that is too much. So
what did she say again? You are a white woman,
not a Black person living in America. And I was like, oh, wow.
So that makes sense. That's obvious. What the heck was she trying to say?
I don't know.
She's saying there's a difference between whites and the Blacks. We all know that because of the stigma that's been put down on us. But baby, we getting ready to wake that up. That's dark news. We bringing darkness to the light, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And here, that's what we're doing. So it's good that you are here.
Yeah.
Good that you have a passion. Because I can't help you if you ain't got no passion. And I'm going to tell you what your passion is. Your passion is your purpose. It is the purpose that God has put in here. Where my heart is? Over here. That's your passion, and that's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
As far
Yep.
as your special needs child up the road a piece, I would be explaining you to a nonprofit company that I own that deal with just special needs and elderly people. Girl, you come to the right place. Glory to
Yep. So with that being said, there was a gal that had came from the Seattle school district, and like I said, I don't like using the term racism very often, but at the time I was actually dating a black man, and her actions always speak louder than words,
God.
and she was it was crazy to me because she was white, and it was coming from the school district of Seattle, where it's very multicultural. It was shell shocking to me how her actions spoke so much louder than her words, with me dating a black man with a white child, and how she was very precarious around that situation, and how she wouldn't take our IEP correctly, and how it became them putting their hands on my child and me not even really like, I had blinders on at that point. And I was like, and when I finally woke up and I was like, oh my God, they're abusing my son. And so I pulled him out of the school district. And that was around the time that I brought in my essential oils, and I started helping him with those, and finding his love of the oils helping him. And so that leads me to where I am today. And with having lost my job in January, and now having the time and really sitting down and finding my passion within that. And what I enjoy doing is cooking. And I also enjoy the moon cycles and really like the astrology side, and how that lines up with our women's cycles. And so I teach on cooking with them, and I teach with the moon cycles, the new moon, the full moon, how what oils
But
go with
first of
what.
all,
And
wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to get into that. I need to ask you some questions about your business, and you can
yeah,
explain that. Uh,
yeah,
yeah. So to get to where you're talking, I want you to tell me what is the name of your business. Now you can talk about that.
yeah. Yeah, so I have Britt and Cam's Boutique and Cafe, where, like I said, most of what I enjoy doing is the essential oils. And as I have grown and expanded since January of this year, 2024, I have slowly gotten into where I'll be getting within my boutique, I'll be doing like I just got certified for chakra and crystal healing. So I'll be adding that to my boutique. I actually, one of my first events that I did within my business was what we call angel card readings, because people get weirded out by tarot. Um, so I did angel card readings at a wedding. A wedding.
Oh, so
How
you do cards? Is that what you're saying? You do the cards?
I do, I'm adding things into my business so that I can grow it. Like I said, my main passion within it is my oils.
Well,
But
I want you to know something about them doggone cards. A few years ago, I went in there. I ain't never had anybody read anything to me. I let this lady, I said, okay, I'll go in here and I pay. Oh my Lord, when she got done reading to me, I ran out of there like, whoa, everything I was dreaming and already had written down about my visions and where I was going. I couldn't believe it. I got up out of there. I said, girl, I don't need to come see you no more. You done already told me what I'm
I
already thinking. I'm
yeah.
already, this is my dream and vision. And every card she flipped, success,
Oh yeah.
powerful. I says, oh my God. But you know what? She was right. I'm there now. I wasn't there then, but I was already working on my future. But when
Yep.
she told me what I'm working on and how it was going to turn out, because I already had the faith it was going to turn out just like she said, I boogied up out of there. I said, Lord, I don't need to go see her no more. I'm just keep working. She done already clarified everything that I'm trusting in you. I said, woo. And then
Yep.
I came home, and my husband at the time, oh, he's very religious. that was, you got some people that's very religious, but yet their lifestyle proves entirely different, but they religious, okay? You
Oh
got two
yeah,
kinds
I
of
know.
people. You got people that's religious, and you got people that's spiritual.
Yep.
I fall under the spiritual category.
Yep.
I'm one of those, Jesus said, come as you are. And
Yep.
I came as I am. And ain't nobody on this earth got no reason to judge me because Jesus accept me for who I am. Now, I
Oh
don't
yeah.
go out here dogging people out, mistreating them and that kind of stuff. But that lady read them cards. I said, oh, no, I don't need to go back to her. I don't want to hear nothing else she got to say. She might flip them cards and it'll say something else. I'm sticking with what she told me. Everything she told me, them cards came out with big, powerful.
Oh yeah.
I said, whoa. And now this young lady is still on Facebook with me, and she knows what she read to me. And I'm going to have to reach out and interview her because a lot of these religious people got a problem with you reading them that gum cards. They said, that ain't in the Bible. Listen to
Yep.
these people talking about the Bible and they just sitting around and ain't out here in the world touching souls, huh? What are you
Sorry,
doing?
my son just walked into the room.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I
I'm
thought maybe
funny.
you raising your hand to God. Let me say hi to your son. Bring him in.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, ain't you something kind of cute? How you doing?
Good.
My name is Miss Doris. And I'm going to be working with you in the future because I have a foundation named Carlos and Friends Foundation, and it is for all God's special people. We're going to be doing stuff in the community. They're going to be giving us money for doing things, and then your mom get to keep some of that money, and I get to keep some. That's what we're doing. What's your name, honey?
Camden.
Brandon.
Camden.
Camden, what a nice name, Camden. I like that. Very nice. Well, you let me continue to talk to Mama, and when I get done talking to Mama, you and Mama gonna be putting y'all heads together, and we getting ready to go out here and change the world with knowledge and power. You want that?
Yeah.
All right, now I got a commitment. Okay, then, honey, bye. I got
Can you
a
shut my door,
commitment.
bud? Cam.
I have a commitment. So I'm here to tell you now you got to get moving because your child just agreed, okay? But
Yep.
let's keep moving here. So
Yep.
you're doing doTERRA, and you're going to be doing the healing of educating people by showing them what the cards say. Listen, Jesus said, come as you are. I ain't no religious company up in here. I'm a business. So
Yep.
whatever it takes to edify the minds of God's people, to get them out of the hole they in and to send the light, baby, bring them cards on and flip them. A lot of
Yep.
people got a problem with it, but like I say, I'm not no church. We're not a church.
Yeah.
We're business, and whatever it takes to get people's minds to open up.
Oh yeah. So when I was at the wedding that I did, I met a bunch of beautiful souls, but there was one gal in particular. I did a reading for her, and she cried during her message, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's everything that I'm going through right now." And we got to know each other, and she lives in Bend, Oregon, and in the spring she wants me to come down for 20 of her goddesses and do. She's gonna pay for the whole trip. She's gonna cook for me, and she said I could stay at her house, and she's gonna have me do readings for her 20 closest friends. And
Girl, get out of here now. Look at God. He's opening up them doors. See, a lot of
yep,
people, these religious people, they turning their nose up to everything, but yet they're not doing anything.
yep, yep,
Okay? I'm
yep,
speaking truth.
yep,
All they're doing is praising. We are
yep,
working, and whatever works, we got to go and tell the people. Let God move the hearts. These religious people done got in here and trying to stop God's people from doing the powerful thing. And you got to watch that. Sometimes the spirit of this world don't want people to know nothing.
Yep.
That's why God sent me. I said, send me, Lord. I'm like it says in Isaiah, send me, I'll do the work. Honey, send me. I said, I'll do it. I ain't scared of nobody. Jesus said he'll never leave or forsake me. I take that to heart. And I said, well, send me these people, Lord. Whoever it is, you send them my way. I'll put them out there and we'll work together. And we're going to do events together. We're going to bring crowds together and tell these people what's available.
Yep.
That you can have a better life if you listen.
Yep.
And they are getting ready to listen because these people are tired of being broke, for one thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they don't have to be broke anymore because they're going to use their own gifts and talents. And we're going to turn them gifts and talents into wealth. That's what's going on up in this ministry.
Yeah.
And this is a rich ministry, okay? And God is the one dropping the blessing. Hallelujah. Can't nobody touch this. Nobody.
Nope.
Okay,
yeah.
sister?
And that's why it's so important to have these healing modalities, even if it is through what I call angel cards. Because like I said, like you said, even people don't do well that are very, very religious. They think that
that's because they in them churches, and the churches done told them something, and they ain't got enough mind to use their own mind and make their own that decision. See, that's what God is. That's what's lacking. People are letting other people guide their minds when they won't even open their own minds and see what did God say? Did God say that?
Yep.
You don't take what somebody say. What did Jesus say? Is it okay? You need to be talking to God, not to man about what you're doing. Man is here to keep the world down because this world belongs to Satan. This is the devil's world.
Yep. Well, and that's within the essential oils, within the angel cards. And the other thing that I'm working on with the crystals and the healing tools and the modalities with that is I will little by little be getting my certifications. I've been working on the essential oil certifications so that I can have that within my business so that nobody can question my authority with that. Not that anybody should, but that way for the business level, when I get licenses and everything that I need to get, that it's there, that it says, yes, I am certified for this, that I am a aromatherapy certification. But I will be also getting the Reiki and the Access Consciousness, which is the 32 points in our head, and teaching people to pock and pod things and letting that go and opening up the universe and the frequency within that. So I've got tons and tons of things going on, and the healing tools within the essential oils and the natural things that come from the earth that people just don't realize the benefits, the tools, the spiritual things within that, the frankincense especially, that is talked about in the Bible. So
that is because they are in darkness. The reason they don't know. There is so much knowledge in this world, but if it is not getting to the people, nobody is growing. We're stuck. So that's why 2013, actually 2012 is when I started this business. 2013, I go on the radio, and from being on the radio, that was the time that I spoke things that be not as though they were. I never stopped. I said, Lord, I'm putting this out here. You the only one gonna make this happen. And I said, and when you do, I said, these dadgum people getting ready to start watching because there is power. This is the most powerful thing in our lives is our mouths, and none of us are using it. We're using it to bring each other down, other to rise us up. So this ministry is bringing people up. Everybody come in here. If they don't know no better, you getting ready to go out here and teach your circle. Remember I said it only takes one? Because you as one, God is going to send you out into the universe, and everybody that's there for you, you're going to meet them.
Oh yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
how we're going to fix the world.
Yep.
Now, where are you? Okay, so where are you located right now?
So I'm in Kenmore over near Seattle. And what's really cool, so what you were saying is with the circle, what's really neat is within becoming more spiritual, because I did get baptized December 5th of 2021. That was my Christmas present to myself.
Well, good for you. Baptism is cool. Did you feel something when you came from out under that water?
Yeah, so I did it inside of the church. I didn't actually go into a river. So I would actually like to experience the river side of things, or even a lake, and actually being in nature and stuff.
Girl, I don't know about no river. You've been messing around, ran up on a snake in there. You ain't gonna be wanting that.
Right?
You should enough get the Holy Spirit when you come running up out of there if you run up on a snake in that river. Nah, I'm just clowning, girl. I'm a comedian too, all right? I do it all.
Experience as I've since COVID, and experiencing the spiritual side of things, and stepping into my power.
Go big, rise up. All right, now I like that. And what does it say at the bottom about the power? Oh yeah.
It says, I am ready to go big, rise up, and step into my power. And then my bestie signed.
I'm gonna have to write that down later. You're gonna have to take me a picture and send that to me on my phone. I'll be reading it for you, because messengers, let's face it, sweetheart, we are messengers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So as I rose up into my power, especially since January, when I got laid off and really started my journey with healing through, my childhood traumas and dramas, and, just navigating life and really focusing on those things and getting all that out, all my yuck stuck and what the fudgesicles, releasing that tension. It has been so amazing to step into that power. So I say that because within my circle, what you were saying earlier is about a month or so ago, I was Instacarting, and
you were what?
I was Instacarting.
Now, what in the world is that? You're just throwing all kind of words at me. Instacarting, what's that?
So it's shopping for other people and bringing them their groceries.
Oh, okay. Well, you probably met a lot of nice people.
Yeah. So I was out in Sultan. Hang on, let me shut my window.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep talking because we don't want no dead air. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
So
go ahead.
So I was out Instacarting, and I met this beautiful soul at the Sultan Shindig, which is out past Monroe. And I had said that I was talking to her about my essential oils and how I'm teaching people how to cook with them and the moon cycles. And she goes, oh my gosh, I've been looking to work with somebody with essential oils. And I'm like, well, there you go. So then we got to talking, and I did a meeting with her, and I had told her, I said, I'd really like to have a cooking class by September. On the 19th, I'm having my very first cooking class.
Very good. And you know what? I like everything you're saying, because you are a instructor in a classroom setting. And I have a company that I'm looking for people to teach in the School of Learning. What a great subject matter under that curriculum in the School of Learning. And now what you do is you would go out and find your own pupil, and me as your partner will also find pupils, because we're going to do everything together now. And we will also be a blessing to one another by rewarding each other financially as you make money, because this is the only way business is going to work. You got to start partnering up with people and sharing that money. Otherwise, you'll be out there dragging 1 foot at a time all by yourself. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
things grow faster when you are together. When you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about the grass, well, you see a little patch of grass over there in one spot and the rest of it all dead and gray. No, that you need to do stuff together, water it, teach it, love it, and then everything will grow. So that's one thing we're doing in Divine Divas. Divine Divas is my company, but I also have other businesses under the umbrella. So I own a school of learning, which I'm looking for people to teach classes. And I think, and in your class, in your teaching, you will also be recruiting, because it ain't gonna do no good to teach somebody something and not give them the plan to go out and pass it on.
Oh, yeah.
We
And
need
that's the other cool thing is like the same gal that I'm doing the cooking class with on the 19th, when I told her that I was doing the moon cycles every month, she goes, look, I have a photographer, I have a makeup artist. She goes, why don't we do the full moon in October for Halloween? She goes, we'll dress up as goddesses and you can talk about your essential oils. I've got my photographer, I've got this person, I've got the crystals, the healing modality.
Girl,
Because
it sounds like you on your way. Your blessings are coming.
Oh,
There should
yeah.
be the blessings coming out of that.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that too, because I think, I'm excited for the cooking class, but I definitely am really excited to dress up for Halloween as a goddess, do the full moon on the 19th of October and teach on the oils and the crystals and collaborate with them. And yeah, I mean, I've gone out and I've met, with Instacarting, I've met a lot of souls. And I actually
Did you get their
just
names and numbers so you can go back now, since you're not doing Instacart, so you can go back and make friends with them? Because
oh,
a
yeah.
stranger ain't nothing but a friend that you haven't met yet. And there's
Yep.
a lot of good people out here in this world, but they're secluded and locked in. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
that way because they scared half to death behind the spirits of this world. You can't trust nobody. But when you go out there under the umbrella of a ministry, I ain't talking about no church now, because some of them up in there can be some, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I
some.
love that.
And you know me, there's no filter when it comes to me. If I don't see something I don't like about you, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And I know a lot of people get mad at me, but you know what it is? When I tell you about yourself and you get mad, I'm speaking truth to you.
They don't reflect in the mirror with themselves, because I get the same thing. People don't like, I'm very open and very honest. If I
Well,
don't like
Jesus
something, I'm
was
like,
bold.
oh, yeah.
Jesus was bold, baby. If you're going to walk out here and represent doing what Jesus and the disciples did by going out and teaching people, baby, you got to get some boldness under your breath, because you can't be going out here sugarcoating. These people need something knocked upside of their heads, like the truth. And our job, once you speak the truth, they might get mad, but I bet you when you walk away, God get to messing with that heart, because the truth ought to be rattling up inside of you.
And
Y'all
you know what?
thinking about it. That's
I
not my
never,
job. Our job is to teach, and God is the one that's going to make the teaching grow, okay?
oh, yeah. And that's funny that you say that, because when I was a kid, I never understood why I was not liked. And now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's because I used to tell people the truth and they didn't like hearing it.
No, the devil don't want to hear the truth. The devil get mad if he's trying to throw you under the bus. He don't want you to be happy. His job is to make the world miserable. So
Yeah.
that was an anointing that was brought up on you as a child, and now God is developing it even bigger now.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff that we got going on, and I can tell from your personality, honey, you're just like me. You're a talker. You love
Yep.
people, and that
Yep.
is the gift. So I thank God that he brought a gift to me that's just like my gift. Girl, you're going to go your way, and I'm going to go mine. And we're going to come together. We're going to collaborate, because this is a networking partnership, collaboration / recruiting company. Now,
Yep.
I make money off everything y'all do, whether I bring you people to recruit, I deserve to be rewarded something because I'm not just fattening up your pockets and mine stand empty. That ain't the way it works. But you got a lot of businesses out there that's connected with home-based businesses. They don't too much like you connecting with a lot of other people. They want to keep you centered. You can't grow like that.
Yep.
We want to be big. We want the world in our hands.
Oh, yeah.
The world is in our hands in Divine Divas. I want you to know that, don't you? The world is in our hand. Let me tell you something. This D is just trademarked. Divine Diva's been trademarked for 11 years. 11 years later, I just got a mark on the D. Now we can go around the world and plant these companies in different places in the world and drop these seeds of everything we're doing. That's what's going to be available for you when you join us in this movement. It's a movement, baby. I'm building an empire and a movement all at the same time. And God did it all.
Yep.
It's amazing how it just fell so smooth. Now we got to go tell people, y'all ain't got cause you ain't doing. Now we done created something for you to wake up. Join the movement. Go tell somebody about what you are doing because you're going to be recruiting because Jesus was a recruiter, baby. Now, I don't know the rules of your company, but if y'all don't want to work and give your money out, I got a nonprofit called Carlos and Friends Foundation. It's all donations, baby. Make that money and donate it to Carlos and Friends. And that's where your son will be connecting with us because it is all for special people and elderly people. God's getting ready to bless that because these special people that they used to call retarded. Oh, yes, when Carlos was a little boy, a baby, he's been in the hospital in and out all his life up until a teenager. Now, when he was a baby, he was always in and out of the hospital because nobody knew what was wrong with him. He didn't sit up until he was 9 months old, okay? So you know there was something going on. I used to go see this doctor because she used to do the CAT scans and check his brain and stuff. And she described my boy as retarded. I tell you, if I didn't catch on fire on the inside, I wanted to cuss that woman out. But I didn't because I respected her, but I didn't like that term. And I think I told the pediatrician who sent me to her, I said, I don't like the way that woman calling my boy retarded. Anybody retarded is these normal people walking around here killing and cutting up.
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah.
That's retarded. You see how the world twists things?
Oh, yeah.
They categorize retarded like it's something ugly. I don't like that word. It's ugly.
Oh, yeah.
But they want to label you with that. How are we going to grow when they throwing evil words at us to keep us down?
Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's, and that's the thing is within teaching people within our businesses, but within our own worlds, like we take our knowledge with our power and we can share our experiences with people. And, a lot of the times you end up relating with them. And they're like, whoa.
Do you know that we're only 6 degrees of separation?
Oh, yeah.
That's God's way of connecting. That is how close we are in connecting with one another. And this is all part, if we would have followed Jesus' guidelines from the very beginning, Brittany, from way back when, the world wouldn't be like it is today. We're trying to save the world now by going out and educating. This is the last generation. I don't know how old you are, but October 24th and 25th I'm having an event. And I'm inviting the whole world and everybody with me. I want you there. I want everybody that I've interviewed on these shows. I want all of them there. I want you to tell other people there. I want everybody to come because now this event that I'm doing on my birthday, October 24th and October 25th, which is the anniversary of Divine Divas. I've been in the business for 12 years now. I've owned the mark for 11 years, Divine Divas, and all of this happened at the same time, right around September and October. So I'm celebrating. And then on top of that, I'm also celebrating new beginnings because I just trademarked the D after 11 years of owning the mark of Divine Divas. So now that the two are combined, I can go around the world. And the same with Carlos and Friends Foundation. This is Carlos's for the foundation for disabled and special needs and elderly people. This is Carlos's business. I did this in honor of my special needs son. Carlos is 43 years old. He's total care. I've been changing diapers from day one. I've never stopped still. So, and he's in a wheelchair, total care. He is connected with a group of disabled community right now. God is getting ready to move some mountains, baby, but he can't move until these dead folks wake them dead bones up and wake up and start moving so God can bless the movement. This sitting around ain't working. And I'm like, Dr. Phil, how's that working for you? It's not, because I love that. I love it. And the people, when he said, they always say, well, Dr. Phil, that's just not working. Well, yeah, you need to do something different then.
Right.
This is what we're doing. We're doing something different. Girlfriend, this is something I spoke word for word on the radio 12 years ago. I told this same exact story that I'm living right now, and I didn't have a clue. It's power. I didn't have a clue how it was going to work. And as I moved forward, God blessed me step by step. It was a beautiful experience. So my job is to take it and pass it on so you can enjoy a beautiful experience, giving back to the less, just like we're doing. That is the best joy ever. And anything you want, God says it's yours because he's going to bless you with it. Jesus said, I'll give you your heart's desire. Go out and do the kingdom work and educate these people about love. Love is the key, honey. Loving on my special needs son, that's all I can give him was love. And look what God has given me. The world, to take love to the people, because that's what's missing is love. So Divine Divas is taking love to the people through education, motivation, and we're going to teach these people how to become their own bosses.
Yep.
Then you know what? No idle mind being the devil's workshop. You hear me? Because these people are getting ready to get busy, and their minds are going to be focused on their future. But they can't focus on nothing if we ain't got nothing to give them. So you're welcome to talk to me later and be a part of this movement, baby. Don't worry about a thing. God's got all the money.
Yep.
The next question, I want to know now, how long you been in your business?
About 5 or 6 years. Let's see, I moved out here in Kenmore from Redmond in 2014. So I've been in my apartment for 10 years exactly this year. And I want to say I got into the essential oils as just like a customer, probably about 2 years into living here. And then I moved it up about a year later or so. My son was about 5 or 6 when I started becoming I think it was called an advocate at the time. Now they call it
you mean through the oil company?
Yeah, the oil company. I lost the word. Consultant. Now they call it a consultant, but it was an advocot at the time.
Well, honey, we need consultants. We need them oils in people's hands. We need to be told what's available because I know about the oils. I know about doTERRA, and I also know about Young Living because I was in doTERRA at first, and then that faded out, and then I got connected with Young Living. two different companies, but but the fact is, we're not here trying to bring nobody down. I'm
Oh,
willing to
no.
help anybody that's in any kind of business. You can be in the same business I'm in, or you can be an opposite as a competitor. You think I don't care? I don't care, because the thing is my job is to get some people in front of you so you can change their lives.
Yep.
I'm not worried
And that
about no recruiting and money. I want to help you recruit.
Yeah, yeah. And so with you saying that it doesn't matter what oils you use, I absolutely agree. The cooking class that I'm doing in 2 weeks, the lady I'm co-collaborating with, she goes, "Hey, would you be okay?" She goes, "I don't think you would care, but," she goes, "let me just clarify." She goes, "Would you be okay with me using some of the other oils?" She goes, "I do have doTERRA ones, but," she goes, "I have other companies too." She goes, "Would you be upset if I use those other products?" And I said, "No. And here's why. Because it gives people the opportunity to smell the difference in the oils and pick which ones they like. And if they like this one, they like this one." I have a neighbor that lives next door that wanted to try my rosemary. And she had come over here and I finally got it for her. But she had some rosemary and some other oils that she was using, and she smelled and compared the difference of the oils that I had with what she had already in her hand. And she goes, "Wow, that is so much, like, way more powerful than what I have." And I was like, "Yeah, different oils have
It
different
all depends on the
smells."
brand.
Yep.
Well, these companies that you are in and that I'm in, they got some powerful oils. Oh
Yep.
my God, I love them. You know what? My whole house, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. Once you get used to the oils, you can't use no perfumes no more. And
Oh,
I got
yeah.
tons of perfumes, and then I paid hundreds of dollars for them bottles. I don't even touch them
Yep.
because I don't like it. I'm so
Yep.
used to smelling the freshness of God's creation.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
it clears your
Absolutely.
nose. I mean, you don't have no allergies. Oh, it's some good stuff. So I'm here to help people learn. Once
Yep.
they learn, they get to choose if they want to ride or jump off.
Yep.
Everybody got a choice. You can ride, or you can ride, or you can stay where you are. You can stay where you are, or you can get up and leave. Those are the choices that
Yep.
we would give the people once we put knowledge in front of them. So the
Oh, yeah.
school of learning sound like this would be awesome. You would be a great teacher in the school of learning, teaching a class on cooking with natural oils, and you're going to be telling them people with them oils how they're going to be healing them in so many different ways, because people are perishing for lack of knowledge. That's powerful knowledge you have. And
Yeah.
don't you worry. God wants the people to know the knowledge so he can move their hearts to make
Yep.
a choice. He can't choose nothing if ain't nobody putting nothing inside of them. Are you feeling me now?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So who is
Absolutely.
your business serving? And I want you to be a little bit more specific about your population and who you're dealing with.
So, like I said, a lot of it came when I started doing the business before life happened and I wasn't as passionate as I am now in the growth and healing. Within cooking, one of my biggest passions is teaching families, teaching mamas, teaching the kids, especially after COVID. These poor kids have no skills because of shutting down the world and killing their education system. And they can't read, they can't write, they don't even have cooking skills. My own son, I love
Oh,
him to bits
what
and
a great idea. You
yeah.
see, it's all about the idea. That's a
Yep.
good idea. Now you got a subject matter. Girl,
Yeah.
you're going to be picking up some business. I'm here to tell you, I'm a
Yeah.
prophetess also. What I speak, it happens. Okay, so
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
good
So
though.
one of a prime example, and I love my son and I know he's still learning. A prime example is I had come home from doing Instacarting one day and I was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go lay down for a minute. I'm not going to bed. I just need to relax and decompress for a moment." I said, "Do you think you can handle cooking your meal?" He's seen he's seen his dad and he's seen his grandparents. He's helped with all that, with cooking, baking. He put a glass pan on the stove instead of turning the oven on. And I hear this large pop noise. And I was like, at first I thought he just broke a plate. I walked downstairs, there was glass everywhere. It had exploded. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, when's the last time you've ever seen your family cook with a glass pot or a glass pan on the stove? He goes,
Yeah.
never. I'm like, oh my
That's bound to happen. It's gonna crack and break. Yeah.
well, and that's why it's so important to teach these kids of all breeds, especially these kids on the spectrum or the special needs, the ones that are able to actually learn those skills.
Wow. Can I say something else? Girl, you keep talking and ideas are shooting out of my head. See, the good gift that God has given me is when I hear you guys speak, ideas come to me.
Yeah.
That's another class you can focus on. You can really partner up with me in either of the companies that I have. I have 4, honey, 4 companies, 4.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I will explain. Let me just tell you what they are. You're under the umbrella of the ministry. Divine Divas is the beginning of all of this. Divine Divas has been around longer than any of the other businesses. Under the umbrella of Divine Divas, I tell you about Carlos and Friends Foundation. That's a nonprofit, and I think you could grow in that part of the business. And I also have a business called the School of Learning. I'm looking for teachers to teach whatever you need to teach to make this world a better place. You can teach in the School of Learning. And last but not least, I have another business called Divine Divas Coaching. And that's a coaching company where I'm looking for coaches to be able to coach people wherever their needs need to be. Because when you become a business owner, and if you really want to take your business to a higher level where you want to leave a legacy, you need a coach to direct your path so you can get to that legacy. And that's why we have the coaching business, because people, you're going to teach them how to cook. Now, if they want to start their own business, then they need to be coached how to run that business. So I got it all set up. Everything is all ready for everybody to go. It's all in collaboration. I do have contracts where you can sign. You can run with me for 5 years. And after 5 years, after I make you a millionaire, then after 5 years, we just gonna franchise for the rest of our days with this vision. And we all are just going to be skinning and grinning all the way to the bank. And not only to the bank, we're going to be skinning and grinning because we're blessing folks so they can go to the bank too. Now, that's what God wants, and can't nobody take that away from you. You don't have to be greedy or anything because God is doing all the blessing. And whenever we collaborate, I'm going to be splitting. We're going to split our blessings 50-50. Let's say if we put on some events, we're going to collaborate and we're going to do the work, baby. And whatever we get out of that, you're going to keep half and I'm going to keep half. Especially if you own a business. See, I can't do this if you ain't no business person, because you pay taxes and I pay taxes. But that's what God showed me to make this world a better place. And that's
how it should be within business too, is like 50-50. I know with the gal that I'm working with out here in Sultan, she said that with the cost of everything, she says, we'll split it. She goes, you can have 70 and I'll take 30. I'm like, amen, sister. But like, I'm all like my best friend.
Well, that's nice. She want to do it like that, but I'm going 50-50, so it won't be no problem.
Oh yeah.
You got to feel like they slighted. Let's just help one another.
Oh
and
yeah.
If you do it that way, you will get more, because the people are going to start coming in groves. Don't worry about.
And I was talking with somebody not long ago, and I was telling them, so that card that I showed you with the go big in your power, my bestie signed that for me. And she and I, everything that she does, everything that I do, all goes together. And as somebody was like, well, don't you guys, like, with your business, they were like, don't you guys like divvy up the costs, and how do you guys do that? And I said, well, honestly, everything that we do, there's no reason to argue over the money. I
Nope.
said, it's 50-50. Everything is split.
50-50, no problem. And when you
Yep.
come 20-80 and all that, now you're being greedy. You want to keep most of it for yourself and give little. In
Yep.
here, my promise to God was, if you send me to people and they are business owners, we will go out and change this world, and we will share our wealth. And the ones we're sharing it with, we're going to teach them how to do the same thing, and they got to go do the same thing. Now, I think the world is going to be a better place once they get excited, because we're going to be moving them from their passion. And that passion is what God gave you to do many moons ago, but the devil came in and took your joy away. Not anymore. One other question before we shut this down, because we got about 4 more minutes.
Yep.
How does your business help others?
So it definitely helps people, you know, within teaching how to cook and the moon cycles and stuff. It teaches people that are spiritual, that want to learn those things, that are knowledgeable or are able to learn those things and want to learn them. It teaches the spiritual meaning of those oils.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep talking, girl. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally good. So I actually, for my cooking class that I'm doing in 2 weeks, I created these beautiful cards, and I don't know if the computer will allow you to see it, but I created these beautiful, beautiful cards.
That's cute. I'm sure it's beautiful. Send it to me. You got my phone number?
I don't have your phone number, but I do have you on social. So
send it to me on social media. And what we should have done is we should have put our phone numbers on here, you know. But that's okay. Is there a way that you want to give out your information, or like if somebody want to talk to you? You know, I'm gonna put you out there. Zig Ziglar said, when you help enough people get where they want to be, then I get where I want to be. So you know.
One of the things that I just did with before I created those cards that I'm going to put in the gift boxes that we're giving out at the event on the 19th of September is I created my business card.
Very nice. Very nice.
I do not mind sharing my phone number, because no matter what you do on the internet, people can find your phone numbers. I mean,
girl,
these
there
scammers,
is nowhere to run and hide. You put your name in there, and everything about you just pops up. So give the phone number right quick, just in case somebody has some questions.
Yeah, so my phone number is 425. I'll let you write that down.
Go ahead, 425
419 7522.
Amen. All right now.
7522. If you want to write this down too, so that you don't forget, it is Britt, BRITT, and Cams, CAM''S.
I'm sorry, you lost me.
So for my business, it's Britt and Cams.
BRITT.
Yep. And
what else?
Yep. And Cams.
AND.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I put the letter N. AND.
And then it's CAM.
CAM.
''S.
Geez, I got, okay. The possessive one. Okay, go ahead.
Boutique and cafe.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Is there a website?
There is, and I have the QR code on the card, so I'll send you a picture of that. And then when people, they'll be able to get to the website. There is
what is the website? You don't want to reveal what it is?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I can send you a picture of the card, but no, I have no problem giving you the website. It is my.doterra.com/Cambrit274.
BRITT.
Yep.
Now, what's the number?
274.
274. Okay. All right, I got that all down.
Awesome.
Wow, this was a great interview, I think.
Yeah. That was
I
amazing.
really
This is my
enjoyed it,
first
and I'm
podcast.
very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And we met on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm thanking God. I was like, it took me over all these years for somebody to pop up. I'm like, Lord, where in the world is your good people?
Yeah.
You know where to be found. Where they at?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I started posting. Do you read my post on a regular basis?
When they pop up, I mean, obviously you've got so many people
Well,
coming through.
you must have read it because you replied to the message.
Yep.
And I'm
Yep.
glad you did, because that's how I found you. I asked if anybody want to teach anything. I'm looking for teachers.
Yep.
What you want to teach? And you spoke up, and I said, well, girl, me and you need to talk. Now you see, now that we've talked, there's many places for you can go around the world riding on my train. Well, actually, I'm a wagon pulling a train. That's what I prophesied years ago as a guest on the radio. When somebody put me on their show, I'm doing no more than what somebody did for me. You see how you pass it on?
Yep.
She gave me an opportunity to be on the radio. And when I got on her show, I told her, I says, man, I says, everything I say, God drops it right in my lap. So I said, I'm getting ready to speak some big talk now. I said, so y'all can hit your caboose on to my wagon. I'm pulling a wagon and y'all the train. Now tell me, look at God. And it took me, and girl, we are climbing to the top. Because every time I interview somebody, I want you to get excited about your future. And October 24th and 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be having a virtual celebration for my 67th birthday, as well as celebrating Divine Divas Ministries 12 years of running without no money. But look at God sitting here on top of the world and ain't been to no banks. God did it all. So the topic is unlock your entrepreneurial miracles.
And will you send that to me in Messenger or in text, whatever?
Oh yeah,
so that I
when
can
it's
put that in
all
my calendar?
ready, when we get it all ready, I will put it there. I want you there. I'm also getting guest speakers, but if you're not a guest speaker, I still want you to, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to speak, because it's 2 hours. The first hour, maybe we were working with the guest speaking and everything, but that last hour, I want to hear what y'all thinking, because we're gonna put some power into the universe. And those that are not doing anything, just sitting around wasting time, it's time to get a business and go out here, because the business is what's going to bring, that's how God's going to heal the people. Believe it or not, that's the only way it's going to happen. It is not happening the other way. We got to go out in front of these people as Jesus said, and Jesus will bless the movement. It was a nice blessing to meet you, Brittany, and I look forward to going to the top with you.
Absolutely. Well, it was good meeting you too. And it was awesome being on this podcast. This was the first one I've ever done.
Well, praise the Lord. Listen, when you join this company, you have every right to host your own podcast. That's what we do. Whatever I do, the door is open for you too. We all will do the same thing. May God bless you, and thank you for taking out an hour of your time.
Absolutely.
With Prophetess Doris Hughes Green. God bless, and tell that sweet little young man I'll be seeing him again.
All right, I will.
All right, bye-bye.